Hi, I'm Winnie. I'm a ceramic artist and also a teacher. Yeah, it was great. It was I learned a lot. It was challenging in a really good and productive way. I had some amazing teachers that really helped me develop my practice a lot and really push it, especially towards the end. I honestly never gave it much thought. My parents were very supportive from the beginning. I think that I had struggled in school early on, and my education kind of led me to the arts. It was the thing that I loved most, but I always really loved also science and whatnot. But I think that I couldn't imagine doing anything else. So for me, it was like a no-brainer. I don't think I've ever actually given it that much thought. It was just kind of like, this is what I'm gonna do. Ceramics. I think that it's because ceramics is a little bit of everything. So you can do so much with the medium, and it involves more than just, you know, the creative practice. It involves science, chemistry, it involves the earth, all the elements. And it was something that actually helped me focus, and it always made me really grounded. And so I always felt a sense of peace whenever I was making, and also excitement, because it goes wrong most of the time when I don't know why, but I always got so curious and determined to like make it go right. So I think that's why I fell in love with ceramics. The most joy, that's a tough one. I really love throwing. The intensity of throwing, where it's, you know, it so heavily involves your body and you have to concentrate, because in a split second you could ruin the whole thing. The kind of the thrill of that, especially throwing such large forms that I do. But I get really, really excited about the glaze process too. Like really nerdy about it, because there's so much chemistry involved, and it feels like you're a mad scientist and like trying to tweak a glaze recipe and get the perfect color, and testing out different like crazy glazes that like bubble and crawl or like drip. So honestly, I think it's the entire process. To be able to just make art and express myself through the medium and do shows and share that with people, share that the joy that it brings me to other people, and travel the world. Travel the world and see art around the world and connect with all different types of humans and make art with them. To be honest, I never had much exposure to ceramics, and my first ceramic class was at Emily Carr in high school in a continuing studies program for teenagers, and my first exposure to it was totally sculptural. It was hand building, and I kind of just got obsessed with molds and kind of making a mold of anything, pressing into it, and then mixing weird objects together. So my first exposure to ceramics wasn't actually a functional practice at all. So I think that that's what got me so interested in it. And I got really lucky with my professors after that at Langara. I had Alwyn O'Brien, who's an amazing sculptress, And then I also had a mixture of functional ceramicists as well. Sarah Coote was another one, so I had a really well-rounded education. So I definitely was lucky off the bat, and I saw it as intensely as an art form in general, not a craft. No, I think there is a difference between pottery and ceramics. So there's pottery, which is the functional, the utilitarian term for a ceramic piece. I think that there is a difference between the two. I think that ceramics kind of fully encompasses the entire medium, and once you actually understand the vastness of the material, you quickly realize that there are no limitations to it. Like, ceramics can be anything you want. So. Oh, for sure. My sculptures are, because my practice is on the wheel, they start off the same. So there's the foundation to creating a piece on the wheel, so that right away it's got a solid foundation, and all the pieces that I throw on the wheel start off the same. But the difference between the sculpture and the functional piece is the sculpture I push to its absolute limit, where it's falling over, it's breaking, whereas a functional piece, it has a definite, like, this is the point where you would leave it. My hands, for sure. Yeah, I definitely don't need anything else. I think that if I was given the option to not have anything else, my hands were my most important. And I love tools, but yeah, couldn't do anything without my hands. I guess, like, I mean, if you're asking, like, would it be like clay or over glazes, or that I can't live without? Music, for sure. I definitely, yeah, because my monkey mind just keeps going and going and going. Yeah, the music helps. It definitely helps. It also, my sculptural practice has a lot to do with body movement and engaging with, you know, where I'm at emotionally, and then I feel like music can really help and influence that, and kind of get into a rhythm, into a groove in the studio, and keep me going for hours. So yeah, music definitely is a good one. I'll listen to anything. I'll listen to a lot of the time, just like, I listen to a lot of Brazilian music. It speaks to my soul. It just is really, like, happy. I'll listen to a lot of, like, neo soul, R&B, anything that'll kind of get me dancing. But then also mix it up and play, like, very, like, ethereal beats, or, like, lo-fi beats, and trying to just get an atmosphere going. I think it's just another tool. Like, for me, the reason why it's important is because it does encompass all the elements. It comes from the earth. There is that direct relationship. For me, it's like so much more immersive, I found, than when I was painting or printmaking, because it's a fully tactile experience. So your body gets covered in the medium. You have to really connect with your body on a whole other level, and so you're connecting with the earth and the clay, and can kind of really mold it into anything that speaks to you. So that's why ceramic art to me is extremely important. And it's also, it's not fragile. I mean, there is a lot of ceramic art that is really fragile, but you know, you can touch it, you can feel it. It has an energy to it, an excitement. Yeah, to me, why it's so captivating. In the studio, yeah, I really do. I am proud of this work here. I think that, I mean, I'm proud of all of my work, but this work, I think I am tapping into something important to me, which is my culture. So my family is, my father's Brazilian, my mother's Canadian, and I was born in Brazil. And so I've always had this connection and this fascination with the culture there because I did grow up here. And so it's something that I seek in being a part of, and it is such a beautiful country and population, group of people. It is intoxicating for sure. I've been trying to connect to, so this piece is kind of like the beginning of like a body of work about connecting to my cultural heritage. And so this piece here, it says here, "Cuidado companheiros, a vida é pra valer," which means be careful, comrade or companion. But comrade, life is to be lived, and Brazilians really do know how to live, how to enjoy life despite all of the chaos, all of the brutality. They're a happy population, and they really understand the value of that human connectivity. And so, yeah, this piece has a lot of that. It's also, you know, speaking to like current political climates and the way that capitalism is really corrupting our sense of value to each other and to the world and to life. And so, you know, be careful. Life is to be valued. There definitely was. So right off the bat, when I was first starting out, I was so captured by Grayson Perry's works. I still am. Incredible artist. Grayson Perry, Roberto Lugo too, like beautiful pattern work, color, just like really captivating art, but really captivating artwork, but also with like beautiful like political messages in both, and Grayson Perry's, he paints these gorgeous narratives of, you know, his life, and speaking to a lot of the political issues in the States, and so I love the contrast of the two. It's like heavy messagery with like in such beautiful art. Since then, like I've carried their influence, the idea of, you know, narrating like that self-portraiture into the work. I really have been inspired by Takuro Kawada's like aesthetic, where he really is like going deep into texture and vivid color and whatnot, and a ton of like contemporary ceramicists are going in that direction of really like taking glaze chemistry and pushing it.